hidden in there. And Kabbalah to me is very practical if you know how to use it. So many people can read the books and they may not know how to use it. But for us, my teachers have even taught me how to use certain things from the Kabbalah and mix it with our traditional herbal system, and we apply them and they work. So I would suppose that the Kabbalah is the Jewish version of Voodoo. I may say so. How potent is it? It is very potent. I demonstrate it every time in my shrine with Kabbalah and do all these things together. Sometimes, when it becomes necessary, I teach my students, people who are learning directly from me. And they can also experience it and sometimes materialize them if they want. So Christians use it too, right? Maybe Christianity is a very big field. So when you say Christians use it, you may be right in some ways because majority of Christians are stupid. I'm sorry to say so, in the sense that they are not ready to learn anything new. So they just learn what their teachers taught them and do not want to expose. A lot of Christians don't know that there is Kabbalah, that is like the base of Christianity. A lot of people do not know. So, moment you start to talk about Kabbalah or teach anything from Kabbalistic, this thing, people begin to look at you as devil's advocate, and they've forgotten that the base of the Bible of today, base of Christianity today, was upon the Kabbalah of the Hebrew Kabbalah or the Jewish Kabbalah, whichever way you call it. Why isn't that the Jews are not Christians? Don't you see that when they are doing the what is the name of this Jewish tradition? Is it the one that they use the chicken to keep something? I forgot the name. But somebody will remind me. Somebody, Yom Kippur. Yom yes. Kippur. The Yom Kippur, which is the Jewish version of, is a Kabbalistic. They use the chicken to wrap all your body, and then they slaughter the chicken. By doing so, in Yom Kippur, they're using that one to cleanse you, and then they slaughter the chicken, and then the chicken is killed. And it is believed in Kabbalah, also in Jewish tradition, that it cleanses you from your bad deeds. And then our ancestors also, whenever you are in a situation and they realize that the only way to get you out of that situation is to use a chicken to go around your body and then slaughter the chicken and give it to some voodoo or even just on the ground, and then it takes away that problem that has been chasing you. So, where did the Jews learn it from? Where did every and other African traditionalists learn that one from? We didn't learn from the Jews. So, it is a form of a ritual that is a cleansing ritual, and it is still done today by the Jews. But how many Christians have you ever seen using chicken to go around their body? They will say that is devilish. So a lot of Christians do not even know much about the beginning of Christianity. So when you talk about Christians, we're just talking about a bunch of people who are confused and they don't know what they are doing. So yes, you may be right that Christians do it. Christian, maybe some Christian who have learned so much about other things may do it. Yeah. But then, okay, you see, we call what the people call angels and archangels in Voodoo. We call them what people call archangels and angels. We in Ebe or Voodoo, we call them a tron, Bokor, Voodoo, or Maupe Dolao. Mau Dollar means God's servant, or the people that God has sent to serve mankind. And the deities, a throne, and all these things are things that have been sent or are part of God that are manifested to us in our every tradition over centuries and millions or over a millennia, whatever, to teach our people how to relate to God. Even long before Christianity came, our people know God and they call the name God Mau. And then they have the Trinity in Mau, which means there are three different deities or gods that form godhood, which is Mauga Sobo Lisa, Mauga Kiti Kata, Mauga Ese. So these three are what forms the three angles or the triangle of the Ave cosmology. So these are all called Mau or Maugans. And under these Maugans are other deities, thrones, Mami, uh, Hebiaso. Just mention them. And they are all believed to be a whole set of energies that form what God is. So the angels, maybe Hebiaso can be an angel of fire, the angel of thunder, or whatever. And then our people will just call it a voodoo or a throne or a deity. And then they try to follow its ways and then they test it. And if it works for them, they stick to it. So the Aves, whatever people are calling angels and archangels and all these things, we don't have them. We have a throne and voodoo and mamiwata and all kind of things in our culture, and that's what we know. And that's how God has been relating to us until the white man came and told our people that what they were doing was wrong, so they should follow the white names. Why did the Arab man in Israel or from that place get the name Joseph? Joseph is a English name, right? Where did they get the name James from? James is an English name. So are you telling me that the people who are living in the desert are having these English names? Let's think again. I'm even happier with the Islamic one. At least if they say Yusufu, they are calling it in Arabic name, in their own language. So if Yusuf has become Joseph, why did the Englishman give their name to people who were living on that land where they have no relationship with England whatsoever, or with Europe whatsoever? Think about it. But you see, because we are all stupid in one way or the other, we don't even ask questions. Somebody living in the desert is called Simon. From where? And then these same names, you find them in Europe. How? Think about it. If the European decide to tell you that they are God, we believe them. Totobedente, Abape, Luluti, Zubo, Lu, Ajima, Ogboju, Pe Odonjalo, Pe Nkome, Valenti Fafa Menva, Alo Jona Pefu, Ago Sapate Meyo, Atigeri Meyo, Goro Vodu Meyo, Ken, Alafia. So that is the other incantation of Jopata, where that one we invoke Jopata, and it gave us that second stance of its incantation. It was not given to us by the people who gave us Jopata. They only gave us the first part, but this one was given to us by Jopata itself.
Papa, so please, I have a question on this topic of what Shamba asked about that the Ewe people learn to do like Goro Kudu from Hausa people or people who are northern people compared to the Ewe people.
Yeah.
And today, those northern people still use Guru Voodoo, or is it appropriate to say that Ewe people kind of upgraded Guru Voodoo and made it something that is more powerful? Because I remember Tom Bullet was saying something like nine people said they don't have Guru Voodoo anymore, but Ewe people have it.
Yeah, it is very possible that people in the northern part may not have Goro Voodoo as it is in today, but it's also possible that they have it. They may not call it Goro Voodoo. They may give a different name for it because we, the Aves, call the BC, which is BC is what Aves call kola nut. But the Hausas call kola nut guru. Okay? Are you understanding, Senna?
Yes, Papa. Thank you.
So the word for kola nut in Ewe is bisi. But then the Hausas call it guru. So when our people got that voodoo, I believe very strongly, the people said they have to give goro to the voodoo.
Just, I'm a proud.
You guys moved before I could change over. Go that side. So go, just continue going that side. John, so that means we're going to do two lines.
Two lines.
Come. Yeah, you can start going small. Otherwise, you get. You can go faster. Yeah. I want to cross. Brother, can he settle down? Can he take? Can he the final spot? Okay, let me just find him. Our things are not tourist attractions. We are doing so. We don't do it for the camera to capture. If you want to catch it at the time. We are not the tourists. We are not the tourists.
How's it? All good? Is he filming or can I talk to you? Asafache, you don't scare me. You too some. What nonsense? Me, I don't go. I don't go.
Ojado, Orota, Oiho. Ojado, Orota, Oiho. Ojado, Orota, Oiho. Mado ago na mia togbi o, mia mama o, Africa to o, Ghana to o, Angola to o. Mado ago na mi. Manya fora katai agodom na mi ndo aro. Ka toginya o mamanya o, ikanya Africa to, Ghana to, Angola to la gbari. Owe do nkumi aji. Papa yo mami tua, o do nkumi aji. Yoko echitre atupada kada sina nya togi ya bisu tokeki aka. Togi do wa valia, chokliko. Ba afaga tro nya do nkumi aji nya fodi na. Tachi afoga nya leria. Agbanya o je nya lo. Mayo mawu ka kiti kata. Adanwu oto ebe iwosi. Ebe iwofo. Ebe iwoji gbogbo ani bakata. Ple amanwo kata. Ebe nye mawu gato. Na ima remo. Nana kama woto. Nye yo. Yede taguno. Mayo Africa tro kata tobo kata mayo. Mayo Ghana. Tro kata tobo kata mama kata mayo. Mayo afanyigba togbao mamao atron yo kata nyosubona mayo mi kata. Mayo ada togbao mamao atron yo kata la da nyosubona mayo. Ayo nyangu owie manyeta mayo anwro togbao mamao atron kata mayo. Anwro ma kliko e machu. Ta mayo kliko tron togbao oyo mi kata. Ayo nyanya kofo ye gigia. Kama yo gigi tron togbao mayon. Mayo tu homa plakoshi. Aka osubo aka ogledi. Mayo kaka. Bocho kitre ada sina enyemi ajiba makodire. Anya kwenye banare afa garawo yiba ya. Nana no nyigba ajipo. Oyo na ba mbaflafla. Mama, manya ngubonre ke unyo.
Tony. Our video now.
Tamia togbio. Wonto wala odio. Jumadio kapa mmanyo wala drana yegwa. Ayo ina, oto mele ina re. Ogwa be anyonyorom. Agbasupo. Ode gagpla kono amado. Bobo gatemu oshio. The Gabona though. All of Guamayi. Now you the matter of Guamaway and you wrong. What to a senior Maro that top. But no Wakataman and your Ramashaman Ajo. Almost to your water at the toll. Yamay Bobiawa. Yawo to that top. Alabama is a road you. Not Darumi over when ten. Babanan. And she owned that she never got it. You might call the food, you might call it dojo, you might call her. You are good at catching like Bajima Congo. Yeah, you all like Africa, you can't it. Opo Global Yanya Judy. I know you. No, you took a car, or you got
Yes, I'm a yoga at the world rock. If you did it, when I'm a boy, who are Nika shit in a mamma or drop of Baba. One of my body, you might call him. Now you're done with you for sharp for having a Baba. Then you're working at Lagaso. You might get I'm a woman, not yell, I'm a doing. I had to buy a car. Don't go one of my economy. Yes, or you work on your mother more. I have a border. That's the told me. Yapa Marie. I got Yama Yapa Mabami. A Bami. Number you bought the other to
I want to tell you about that.
Number you bought the other one from what you talk. Check. Nanyaba, I'm a book, but Torre Cabari. Maganyuna, my book. I'm a book, Nexima, Mamma, I'm a point. And you should try a trip, but what you can achieve. What's your Hima? Daka, I'm a Batoy cover. Nanyuna, I'm a boy, you have. Mamma, no boy, if I come on a son.
Ache. So we have for D.
What do you do with that?
Yeto.
Nasasaha.
Chena mau.
Nasasaha.
Chena mau. Wale si gumagwe. Namba. Wale si ekubafe. Namba.
Just, I'm a proud.
You guys moved before I could change over. Go that side. So go, just continue going that side. John, so that means we're going to do 2 lines. Slowly.
Thanking you for everything. This is once again Revolution Live question and answer session from African Magic Temple. And I'm thanking you all for joining the program. We are a little bit too late today because we are just coming back from the Inchinchim Museum where we were at the weekend. And hey, your clubhouse is not working. No. This Inchinchim Museum was where we were at the weekend, and we are just yeah, we had been at the Inchinchim Museum from last Friday early morning. We left Accra around 4 a.m. To go and grace the occasion of the Inchinchim Ancestral Veneration Festival. And we were called upon to come and also be part of the people who will say prayers to the ancestors. So we're just coming back, but we had wanted to do the program at the Inchinchim Museum, but unfortunately the network at the museum is not that great, and we were afraid that should we start and things go off, you won't be able to see us. So we had to drive and come back to the Africa Magic Temple in Accra. So that's what has brought our delay. So please bear with us. But I'm thanking all of you who joined the program. You are all welcome to this program. Thank you very much. You know, the Inchinchim Museum, say this is it, yeah. Inchinchim is an artwork about our ancestors who died in the Middle Path, or in the Middle Passage as it is called. And this is the veneration, and it's a very, very beautiful museum that had been put together by Kwame Akoto Bamfo and his team. And we had been supporting him, and he's also supporting us. So we are just from the Inchinchim. So whatever footages you were seeing is coming from the Inchinchim Museum in Ada, in the Greater Accra region. It's not far from Accra. It's only about an hour from Accra. And anytime you come, you can go there and then look at the beautiful sculpture of Kwame Akoto Bamfo. How beautiful he captured that moment that was lost in time. Thank you very much. I'm going to say few prayers, and then after that, we will go on with our question and answer. And fortunately or unfortunately today, I'm not going to be very long because we are quite tired. So I'll be doing an hour plus mostly 2 hours, and then I'll be closing for today to take rest. Thank you all for joining. This is the Revolution question and answer live streaming from Africa Magic Temple in Accra, Ghana. Oh, wago, madogo shit. But your mauga sogolis a mauga kitikata, mauga se. Ese joton, ame joton. Se na no ame seti no 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 pevi dokuna pevi. Ame no bi me bien anu dokuna pevi ogbena. Dokuna pevi me bien anu ame no pevi ogbe. Se ni me yo ame do abu na. Me bien no gatenu mo. Ida pe mi plomi ide de dere bu ko mi bo mi la pe da. Oh, my gosh, I'm a fresh. You can send me fresh. You can take it go. You abraças. Ya dre me yo ta dre to be me ku o verso. Kama yo me to. E me yo mi ano so je anyi du so kaka chika si ba ya dre me ala fa ba nya gbe mi la pe we nya gbe mi. Ti ru hono me yo ra kere wo nya ingba ma jo fro ra fa pe ingba me do de ka o. Wo nya bele ma te ku lo te ku etenga. Oh, my own kind, but you're a kind, one of a kind, of a kind, so what kind, throw of a kind, and you're a kind of your kind. My meal at Tabaka girl, I can't pay, but remember, I don't want to have a if you tell us something about you. I am in Uda, Hobao, Bow, Capua, Pemio, Zango. I am believe you reckon a hog say. You may or after would your pata, Jomaku, a forgotten volume of the Chimel, who don't make video. Kuku quite tall for former job when you have a job when you met to I am a module to and quite a pebble, level, but over your two so good woman or the perica jopata, have you a job for job? And ye jopata or fefia jopata. metro na megbeda amolo avifagbe liedi neno anyi afi mia ajolo we chopata chopata anyi meyo anyi yatefe meyo o amasibe bo jide tutagbe de ntaba pelu ti zubolu ajiba ogboju kuro doja lo fenko valenti papa melo va lo jona kofi ago sapate meyo ati gele meyo kuro godu meyo ra kenke kete àlàáfíà eme yo amaga sese geja apa sese sese bu geje o me yo brahini me yo gbogbochi me yo ngbe foli bo foli koko wona ke ngobele ngodo ku che kuma ko na to banyo le mi ayo akuto me ne fana ni gbogbo re mi na gbogbo ne fana mlo eme yo to ni ko speku akubia yo no ya ko so ku foni ko geje tasi nya mo si fusi jam ko so abra ko bra mama nye gbogbo mba to bi na ko ku fi to bi na kubia mensa akuto me ne fana ni gbogbo re mayo aponye Celestine ya wakubia Catherine akubia fonya sense ko fonya ya ben akubia kuto mane fana misia mina gogo ne fana je kula vinyomi no mayo miasro o chicha we akubia sisi ya akbene e kata mensa kuto mane fana ni go mayo awuno tuji boko tuji tobo tuji okini hasa banchi da bara subara nana yo rakete kuto mane fana yo bako ada fliso sofa hu agbobi bako afacha wajo ke kuto mane fana ni gbogbo re mi ana gbogbo ne fana mlo yo honu le vakpo honu le gbe abega to bia maze kuto mane fana ni gbogbo re mi ana gbogbo ne fana mlo o me yo to be anani tretu le jita to be Abraham jibenu le chame to be fia to Simon Kavila benyana si agotume kuto mane fana ni yo Daniel Evie pamare le agbaro de Nigeria la keke kuto mane fana milo na gbogbo ne fana o me yo tre vivio gaini vio ke jebi ku via vio gbe vio ya pete kuto mane fana ni gbogbo re na gbogbo ne fana ni ko vio mi no mi awela ngogbo meleng mi ayo melo
I'm not hearing anything either. I'm glad someone said something. I was trying to figure out what was
mi awenye nyile ngona menyi me no ngogbo
Okay, everyone is alive. I'm glad everybody's alive.
enyi me no ngogbo na mere kadamu mi awenye nyile ngona
I'm okay eating breakfast. How about you?
Mi awenye nyile ngona kame gademu mi awela ngogbo mi le mi ayo menyi me no ngogbo na kadamu na mere le nyile ngogbo na kadamu ko mi mere nyiyomo nyi be vovoli na tepe na habi keke di ben poto kale men poto zani poto viviti men poto o ba yo awudi da fa mechi apa gbe pe vio an tape na mi awela ngogbo mi le mi ayo melo tawe o me yo aboti sakra ka me chapa be adobo kotokoli don ko kunu aku e wa gbero no agbero to wo no che lejo frantamani o fifini nkura bitinkra o kofito o jambaku o cho to akofi cho he kofi atra kable me yo mi o pete me yo to we ahungbato me gba vodo be to ra hoi bo me ya zakpa zagedi kulu no koto koshi no koto kiri ku ago me yo afana go mu afagbo majezo pẹ̀sùpẹ̀pẹ̀ tọmọsọ lẹ́mọ̀ ẹ̀dá pàtì di mẹ́yọ́ pọ̀lì gbé méjì eku méjì wọlé méjì di méjì lóso méjì ńwọlé méjì abìlà méjì akara méjì gúdá méjì sá méjì ká méjì túrúpẹ̀ méjì túlá méjì lẹ́tẹ̀ méjì tsẹ́ méjì fún méjì pọ̀lì tsẹ́ túlá mẹ́yọ́ kílẹ̀mọ́ bí mẹ́kọ̀ àtọ́ba dé ògbó àmẹ́tọ́ba dé ìnáde àpẹẹrẹ di. lẹ́ni ló ọ̀ mi lẹ tó mẹ́ mi àwọn ilẹ̀ ńgbọ́gbọ́ mi lẹ mi ẹ̀yọ́ mi sì àtúrọ̀ tọ́gbẹ́ àmà èdò àgò nání. Thank you very much everybody for joining us. Tagbo mi anagbe nyemegbe no enunamlo nyemegbe no to menamlo people on Clubhouse said they were not hearing when we started. I think one of the technical people put the microphone off. We didn't know, so we started by saying that we are coming from the Inchinchim museum. And we were supposed to do today's live at the Inchinchim Museum in Agda, in the Greater Accra region. We were there from Friday. There is festival of the ancestral veneration of our ancestors that were lost in the Middle Passage. And there's a very beautiful museum created by Kwame Akoto Bamfo and his team. And we were there to pray to the ancestors of the Middle Passage, ancestral veneration. So we, as African Magic Temple, were invited to be part of the program, and we were there. The ambassador of the European Union and some other big dignitaries, even from the Yale University, and other people were there. So we saw that because of the network over there, we wouldn't be able to do today's transmission as we had planned. We had wanted to show you the museum and all these things, and we couldn't because of the networking. So we had to rush back to Accra. That's why we are a little bit late today. But all the same, if you can see some of the videos that we posted before my coming on, is talking about the place that we had been. So thank you all for joining the section. We just came in and we didn't even take rest, but we just want to start the program. So all of you who have joined the program, we are thanking you and welcoming you to the program. So we're going to start with who is there who can hold the camera? Yeah, those are some of the. We just came back with some of the. Just lift the whole thing. Don't remove it. Just lift the whole thing, and then show our baggages are here at the gallery. We are just coming back with everything, but because of you, we have to do it. These are the things that had gone to do the wonders at the ancestral veneration. Your ancestors, my ancestors, we went there to pray to their memory, that we have not forgotten them, and time will never forgotten them. Will never forgotten them. We are here to continue their memory. So thank you all and everybody who is on the program now. So can you open the Facebook and YouTube, Zoom? My regards and greetings to all of you at the clubhouse. Thank you very much for joining. Okay, we have on Facebook, we have Iyanifa Eliago, Aboru, Aboye, Papa, Abo Shishe. Thank you very much, Iyanifa. Thank you very much for joining. Then we have Julius Hobson Aspect. Good evening, Papa. Is the cleansing kit still available? Yes and no. Why yes? We can prepare for you. No, because we don't have it immediately available, but we can prepare one for you. So, yeah. And then we have Vivian Bakaze, greetings, Papa and AMT family. Thank you very much, Vivian. We have another person called Sila Ameji, my network. Okay. I think you are not able to click on the like. What is going on? Okay, so we should keep in mind who we have liked so that we will not repeat their messages again. We have Lustig saying, greetings, Papa, such a display of our heritage. Akpe, thank you very much, Lustig. Akpe, and now so you just move up, move down, let's see. And then Lustig is saying, no wonder they had to turn us against ourselves, because although I don't understand the meaning of the song, but I can feel it in my spirit. There's no way one can remain a slave with such song running via their veins. The oppressors are smart. Yes, they were. They were very, very smart, and they are still smart. And our people are still stupid. Let me use that word. I'm not insulting them. I'm just describing how we are. Yeah, we are still stupid people. That's why Someone can tell you what belongs to you and tell you that it is not good, and you will accept it and throw it away. And then what they have, they give it to you, and you have taken it and you are holding that very strongly. And they are now learning what you have thrown away. Thank you very much, Lustig, for that. And then we have Kwame Jones. He said, greetings, Papa. Hello, Kwame. How are you? Thank you very much, all of you, for joining the today's program. We are like on the back of frogs, means we are in a hurry. Pla, pla, pla. But then it will be well. We just rush in to make sure that will be with you, even though we were late. But we thank you that you had the patience to wait for us. And then we have big sister Oluchi Osuoke. Say great evening, Papa, and my regards to the family with peace and love. Same to you, my dear. Thank you very much, and all love and peace to you too. Then we have Shamba Musa Mohammed. Greetings, Papa. We can't hear you on Clubhouse. Yes, it was the is it, what do you call it? We minimized the microphone, or the microphone was on, but I believe now you can hear me. Unless, of course, if you can hear me now, let me know. I beg.
Yes, Papa, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you, Shamba. And then we have Vivian Bakar say, please, Papa, why the Bokor in front had leaves in his mouth? He was carrying the Nubabla Daka. He was carrying the Ark of Covenant, and he's not supposed to be speaking to anybody. That's why there were leaves on his mouth. The Ark of Covenant has a lot of spirit inside. When you carry it, you're not supposed to be talking until you put it down. So that's why. Then we have a big sister also, okay, say, with peace and love. Thank you very much, big sister. We are all full of praises to the ancestors. And we are very happy because we were a part of this ceremony, and it has taken a new turn, in the sense that our presence as African Magic Temple alone has kind of beefed up the people's interest in what they had been doing all along. It has always been with different traditional priests, but our coming in there, we are the ginger, the catalyst to move things, and we are very happy that we had been invited. So we are full of happiness. Then we have Bubune Tameklo saying that greetings, Papa and AMT. Thank you very much, Bubune. Then Danilo Mberile say, good evening, Papa. Are there rituals for firstborn children even if they are grown up? Yes, there are rituals for firstborn children. It can be even 100 years. And if those rituals are not done for you, it can still be done, or it could still be done if you want them to be done for you. Yeah. And then we have Celia Ameji, please. Where is the temple located? The temple is in Accra on the Spintex Road. Sila Ameji. Thank you very much. Let's go on to YouTube and see if we have some of our fans there. We have the Cast Teddy is saying formula follower, Cast Teddy, formula for good afternoon, Papa. Can you please speak on what tukpe is? Okay, so it's a question. They want to know what is tukpe. We don't call it tukpe, we call it tukpe. Tukpe means shotgun. It's not tukpe. Tukpe means bullet, but tukpe means shotgun. It's a spiritual gun that is not a real gun. It is an initiation, and that initiation comes with some powerful joker words. So what you do is, when you have it, you just point your pointing finger at whatever you want to shoot, and you repeat the joker words and point that thing and say the words, and you should pay. Then the person whatever you had imagined or whatever was built into that joker for you will hit the person like a bullet, but there will be no mark on the body of the person, but the person will start to feel pains and uncomfortability within their body. That's what we call tukui. Tu means gun, pui means shot. So tukui means shotgun. It is some form of initiation and joker. And it was actually made for warriors who are going to war, so that in case you are out of bullet or you are in a place that you don't have a gun but people want to attack you, you can attack them. But then a lot of people they have abused it, and they are using it to attack innocent people here and there. So it is not a good thing to use spiritual keys to attack people, unless of course if you are in danger. In self-defense, you can use anything to defend yourself. But then if you are just having a jolly fun ride, and you, because you have a spiritual power, you want to attack people, don't forget nature will never forgive you. You will pay as you sow, you buy. If you sow the seed of deceit and hatred, you will reap the fruits of deceit and hatred. And if you sow the seed of wickedness, you will reap the fruit of wickedness. So spirituality, especially our traditional spirituality, is very dangerous. It is like a knife or a cutlass or like a gun. You can use it for good and you can use it for bad. But if you choose to use it for bad, it will come back to you. The leaf does not fall into the water today and get rotten today. So if you use your spiritual energy or power or knowledge or wisdom to attack people innocently, don't think that if the results don't come today, that means you are free. We are not Christians, and we are not believing that you go to heaven, or it's only on judgment day before you will be punished. You will be punished here, and you will feel the pain here. You are not going anywhere. You are going to die here, and it is here you will feel everything that you have sowed. So thank you, Casper Teddy, there. And then we have Bolaji Ali saying, "Hello, Papa. Greetings to you and the AMT family. Hope you are all well." Yes, yes, Bola. We are very, very fine. And how are you too? How is family? How is everybody? Thank you very much for joining the section. And then we again have Bolaji Ali saying, "Please, Papa, is the cleansing bath you spoke about a few months ago be available for export to the UK, or can the formula be placed on the website?" Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Bolaji. Yeah, we don't place the formula because if I place the formula there and you don't have the words that can back the formula, and it doesn't work for you, you may or somebody will say, "Oh, it was African Magic Temple who taught us that way." And there are so many people out there like vultures who are looking for information that real priests will pass out, and they will start to use it to cheat people and deceive people. That's why I won't place the formula on the website, because spirituality costs money, and if you want to learn it, you need to pay for it. It is not free. I cannot pay for an information and then I come here, I use my own time, I use my own what do you call it, data and everything. Then I just give you out, and before I know, somebody is somewhere selling what I have spoken here and making money out of it. I won't do that. That's the truth. If you want to learn from me, I'm very, very, very ready to teach you. But I'm not going to put anything on the net. I'm not that kind of spiritualist. I know what I have, and I know how much power it has. And I'm not going to just give it to anybody just because I want to teach. No. If you want to learn and learn the practicality of the things I do, I'm always here to teach. And then we have Benny Moswani saying, "Akpena Bokor." Hey, Bonnie, you are trying my language. Akpena Bokor, thank you for being here all the time and doing the good work of Mau Sobo. Thank you. Akpe Kakakaka Beni Moswane. Akpe. Then Beni Moswane again said, do you know why some groups close eyes in prayer? That one I don't know. But I think it was more of being alone. When you close your eyes, you feel that you are alone, that there's no one around you, and you don't see anything, and there is total emptiness and darkness around you. So it makes you feel that you are alone and no one else is with you, and you are with your God, or you are with your inner self. Please stop the people shouting there. You are with your God and you are with your inner self. So maybe that's the reason why people close their eyes before praying. But I have seen many times in biblical stories when Jesus Christ, that we know today, is praying or was praying, he always looked up with his hands clasped, but he's looking up. Whether he was closing his eyes or opening his eyes, I don't know. But he claps his hand and look up. But here in Africa, when we are praying, we don't look up, we look down. Close our eyes and we look down. Means we are trying not to look in the face of our masters. Probably they told us not to look up. We should look down. So we don't know. I don't know, but I believe strongly people close their eyes because they wanted to be alone with their God. Thank you very much, Benny Oswani. Yes, anybody on okay. Okay, Danilo Mberi says, Papa, what is Sachibo Shrine? I don't know. Sachibo, it's just a bo means joker. So if there is anything called Sachibo, then it is somewhere in Eveland, Sachibo Shrine. I don't know where it is, but a bo in Eve means joker or juju. Unlike in Yoruba, where Ebo means rituals, but in Ebe, Ebo means, Sachibo means a very strong one. In Ebe, that's what it means, Sachibo. Ebo generally means joker. So I don't know whether they have any shrine anywhere special for something called Sachibo, but every shrine has a bow. So I don't know what inform that question, but a bow in Ewe simply means joker, and when it says Sachibo means a powerful joker. Yeah. Then we have a Sila Ameji say, I will visit one day to learn more. Oh, you are always welcome. Thank you very much, Sila Ameji. Okay, let me go on to people on Clubhouse. Please, anybody has any question to ask me from Clubhouse?
Yes, Papa. Greetings, Papa.
Greetings, Shamba. How are you?
Good. How are you, Papa?
I'm also good. I'm very good.
That's good. I wanted to ask the question. When you sing the song, I think Undo, what does it mean when you say the parrot has ate an ant in the middle of the day or hot or midday or something like that?
Yes, Undo in our Ewe language, especially Vedome, but it's general Ewe language. Undo means afternoon or afternoon time. Ndome means afternoon time, and Undo means afternoon. And what do you call it? Indi means morning, and then Fiei means evening. But what happened is that during colonialism, these things change. So every you hear somebody say money, 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 which becomes good morning. And then in the afternoon, instead of saying undo, they say good day, good day, good day, good day. And you hear good day, and it becomes part of every language. Good day, good day, Namilo means good afternoon to you people. It's just that they are using the European one. And then when it comes to evening, which is good evening, our people say kudimi. Kudimi, because they adulterated the good evening to become kudimi. So, but the real word is indi for morning, ndo for afternoon, and fienyi for evening. So those are the actual greetings in every bed with colonialism and master servant situation. We begin to call good morning, good day, kudimi as become part of the languages. So when the song we say undoe 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 akodwade undoe 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 akodwade undoe undo 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 akodwade undo hechi 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 hechi, which simply means that in the daytime, no, ako means parrot in every language, and maybe in most Ghanaian language, ako represent parrot. But then in this song, the parrot is not talking about the bird parrot, but they are talking about the witch. Because the witches sometimes can also attack you in the daytime. Normally, people thought witches only will go out at night to attack you. So the song is saying that even sometimes in the midday, a witch can attack you. That's why that song is undoe 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 akoduade. Undo hechi hechi means at the midday when witches are supposed to be hiding, some can be active and attack you. That is what that song means. So undo is afternoon, and in the song it is saying that some witches can even attack you during daylight. Witches are known to be people who work at night or who are active at night. But there are some witches that are so powerful that they transcend time and they don't care whether it's daytime or night. When they want to attack you, even midday, they will attack you. So that's what that song is saying. Thank you very much, Shamba. I hope it is a little bit clear to you and to many.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Papa. So is that like a praise song for the witches, or is
no, it's not a praising song for the witches, but it's an alert song for you as a warrior to know that don't expect that it is only when the weather is down and it is darkness before you could be attacked. You should always be on the alert.
Okay, yes, yeah, okay, it makes sense.
So when we sing or sang that song, anytime we sing that song, they're just telling you as a spiritualist, a warrior, that do not leave yourself alone. You should always be prepared, because it had happened at one time that even in the midday, the witch was attacking people. So don't lose yourself, don't relax yourself. You should always be red alert.
Yes, thank you, Papa.
You're welcome. Thank you too. Anybody else with any question on Clubhouse or in Clubhouse? Okay. So we don't have any question on Facebook. We don't have a question on YouTube. Okay. Yes, go ahead.
I got one more.
Go ahead, Shamba.
When you sing the song, I may God, when you say don't shoot it, I'll catch it with my hand.
Megadeo malelu Adela megadeo male klasilo Megadeo malelu means Mr. Hunter, please don't shoot it. I am wild enough and I'm powerful enough. I will be able to catch it with my bare hands. That's what that song means. Means no matter how wild the animal is, if you have proper joker, you'll be able to catch that animal with your bare hands.
Yes, thanks, Papa.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you, Sham. And then we have Lustig on Facebook saying, Papa, where were some round objects on the floor in front of the chief who poured the libation at the museum? Was there some round things in front of him? I don't know. I think it wasn't it calabash? Uh, I'm not sure. But then maybe when I watch the video again, then I will know. But there wasn't anything very special in front of him apart from the heads and the sculptures of the heads of the people that were lost in the middle passage. And that is what the museum is all built on. But if there was something in front of him that was round, I'm not sure. Can you call one of the boys from me if they call Big Brother a call? Because he was doing the videos. I was inside Amma, so I don't know. I couldn't see much. But if there were something round in front of him, if it was not calabash, they were calabashes. They put some down. Not the one he was holding in his hand. He said there was something in front of him. When the chief was praying, the Togbe Duho was praying, they said there were some things round in front of him.
And there were stones.
Stones.
Yeah, there were stones. And they were there when he didn't bring them.
They were there already. That's what part of the sculpture of the place.
That's right.
Okay. So so those things were there. But then that is the spot they gave him to pray. And if you look into the videos, so I don't know whether our part has come, but we were given another spot to pray for the ancestors. And then the landowners also had another spot where they prayed for the ancestors of the Middle Passage. So yeah, I don't know. So I don't know what the round thing that was there, but they said there were stones that were made there. So it wasn't anything so different or special, but it was part of the whole setup there. And then he said, what were their significance? I cannot know. I'm not the owner of that shrine. So if I sit here to tell you the significance of those things, mind you, we were only invited there to go and pray and participate in that shrine. It's not my shrine. And it is not a shrine that is everybody's shrine. It's a shrine for a particular person that was dedicated to the veneration of the ancestors of the Middle Passage. So I cannot know what is the significance of whatever is there. I only went there to pray, and I know the history of the shrine as a place where ancestors of the Middle Passage are venerated and prayed to. And if you understand the way, if you see the chief was praying and was telling the people that you, our ancestors that were lost in the Middle Passage, we pray to you. Because at the time that there was slavery, it was not against society. It was the norm of the day at the time. That's why families could even sell anybody who they look at as a radical within the family and is disturbing the peace of the family. They can easily sell you or sell you out so that you will not be a problem to them. And a lot of our own ancestors were sold that way, not only because they were captured in war or whatever. Some people look at them that no, they were their disturbers. They were disturbing them. They may be the righteous people because maybe they don't like bad thing and they want to voice out, but because people who have authority more than them, they will just sell them out so that they will not be a problem to them. So at the time when this thing, slavery was happening, it was the norm of the day. It wasn't bad. But then afterwards, we have all realized that it was a bad thing and it shouldn't have happened. And that we were deceived to think that we didn't have anything. Everything of our own was bad. And that was what the chief Togbe Duho of Kliko was praying and was telling the ancestors that yes, it was like that at that time, but now we know better, and we are coming here to pay homage to you and also to salute you. And for those who made it into the new world and put their roots there, and it's because of them today we who are here can also be proud that our ancestors and their generations are in the diaspora, and it is time we are asking them to come back home and take their place in our land, which is their land too. So that's what it is. So Lustig, that's what the prayer was. And then we have Lustig went to say, and what do we read? I said the Papa, there was some round. Okay, then she poured the libation, and what were their significance? And also he said some final words and turned the calabash down and back again. Can you please enlighten us on the knowledge of behind that? Yes, we poured the when he finished pouring the libation, he said that all those people who are in the world, whether black people or white people or in between, who do not want Africans and Africans of African origin, wherever they may be, do not want them to stand and be on their own, to have their freedom to decide what they want to do for themselves. May their faces come down. That's why he turned the calabash, means no one will see them, nobody should hear them, and the spirit world should never accept them. They should allow Africans to be, black people to be what they want to be or what they wanted to be. And whoever said that shouldn't happen, such people's faces should be bowed down in the mud. But anybody who would want Africans and Africans, a generation of Africans and Africans in the diaspora, whether you are a white man or a green man or a yellow man, and you want the progress of Africans and want the black race to move up, may you sit well. That's why the calabash sat well, that you can sit well so that you can receive the blessing of the ancestors. So that's the significance and the symbolism of what Togbe Duho of Kriko was saying. So Lustig, thank you very much, and that was a very, very good question. I think, is that the last one? Okay. Okay. We don't have anyone there. Okay, somebody. So the Benny Muswan, okay, the Mike Peria is saying, good afternoon, Papa. Is it possible two Bokors to control one spirit at the same time, or can a spirit only work for one Bokor at this time? Mike Perea, spirits are invisible and are unlimited. Spirits are not human beings whereby when a spirit sits here, it cannot function at another place. Spirits are beyond time, place, and person. I think I had said it the other day. It is just like you are asking a question whether God can be prayed to anywhere in the world at the same time and you work. Yes. You know, when the Hindus drew gods with a lot of hands, that is the way to present what God was or God is. And those of us who were coming from Christian backgrounds say, hey, why should one God get plenty hands and he's a devil? It's a symbolism to tell you that God or spirit can be punishing somebody and at the same time comforting another person. That spirit is not limited, because if it's working here, so it's limited. The spirit has millions hands, so it can be working for anybody at any time. And that's that symbolism. And because we were coming from this Christian and religious background of Christianity, where only God has only two hands like human beings, and I believe that's what is informing this question, because you think that spirits have only two hands and they cannot be acting here and can be acting at another place. No, spirits are unlimited. They are not bonded by place or person. They can be at anywhere at any time. And if we want to draw a spirit in our imagination, we may even give them million hands. So each hand can be doing another thing or different thing at the same time. So spirits can be anywhere. There is no question of saying one Bokor is praying to this spirit, so because the spirit is busy with another Bokor, it cannot act. It can act. Sorry, I've been having a cold and I've also been having cough before the trip, and we stressed ourselves during the our traveling and our coming back and the time there. So I'm still having this dry cough. So please bear with me. Yes, and I think is that the last question there? Yeah, that was for Mike Perea. So spirits can be at anywhere at any time, and it has nothing to say. There's one Bokor attending to one Bokor, so it can attend to the other people. And then Benny Moswane said, did Africans people use gunpowder for rituals before colonialism? What's the even name of gunpowder? I don't think Africans used gunpowder before colonialism. And also before colonialism, the Europeans were trading with Africans. And gunpowder was one of the commodities that they were trading with Africans. Gun and gunpowder was one of the commodities they were trading with Africans, because in those days Africans were fighting tribal wars with each other, and maybe they were using spears, clubs, stones, what have you, to fight. But then with the advent of the gunpowder, the European showed our ancestors that with the gunpowder, you can with the gun and gunpowder, you can overcome your enemy who is having a spear, who is having an arrow, who is having a machete and a club. And when our people realize that when they have gun and gunpowder, they can overpower their enemies, they bought into that dream, and gunpowder became part of the culture. So gunpowder was not there maybe before the white man came to Africa. And the white man didn't come to Africa in the beginning with colonialism. The white man or the European came to Africa with the idea to trade with our people. That was the beginning of the white man's advent in our coastal lines. They didn't come because they wanted to colonize us. If they had that behind them, our people didn't know that. They came as traders to interact with the people, and then realizing that the people have so much wealth that they didn't even know how to use them. Then they devised means and tricks to try to get it away from them. So gunpowder is one of the commodities that they exchange or they traded for the goods that our ancestors, our great grandfathers were having, like gold, diamond, and all these things. So that was one of the they exchange this. And when you have gun and gunpowder, you know that the next village doesn't have that. You know that you are more powerful than them. And it was after the trading and the things that they have seen in our land, then they started to change the narrative by trying to overcome us slowly, and they introduced their God, their religion, and then our people bought into it, thinking that they were talking about the same God that was very kind, the God that gives you power, the God that will help your life improve. But unfortunately, that God only improved the lives of the Europeans, and it was good to them. That's why sometimes I wonder, why do we still continue following that European God that never really gave us anything done, took advantage of our ignorance? And in Ewe, the word for gunpowder is edu. Edu. That is what is called in Ewe. Thank you very much, Benny Moswani. Thank you very much. And anyone on Clubhouse or on, okay, I can see Daniel Simpson in Zoom. His hands are up. Please let Daniel speak.
Hello, Papa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, how you doing? It's great to speak with you again.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
So my question was, when I was watching that procession you did at the other shrine,
yes,
I saw people who had costumes on. One was green and the other one was blue or purple, I think. What is the names of those, and what is their significance?
Okay, when you say one was green and one was blue, I don't know whether you are talking about the masquerades.
Yes, the masquerade people, yeah.
Okay, the masquerades are part of that particular shrine, the Inchinchim Museum. So they had created that, like, I don't know, but I believe that they are just talking about spirit have so many different faces, and you cannot know which one is which one. So it was human beings wearing those costumes, and we didn't see the faces of the people. We could only see the figure and whatever was drawn in their face. So I am not very sure, but I believe that they're just talking that the spirit has no face.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too, Daniel.
Hello, Papa.
Yes, Apeto Nuku.
Good evening.
Good evening, Nuku. How are you?
I'm fine, Papa. I'm fine.
Okay.
I had a question. When the Bokor finished praying, when the talk from King of finished praying for the libation, he started the song and you guys also continued. I wanted to know what was the meaning of that song that you guys were singing with.
Okay. The Togbe Duho of Kliko, he had lived in Vedome. When I say Vedome, we are talking about the central areas where I come from, where you and I come from. We are called the Vedome, the center of the areas. He had lived there, he had friends there, and he is coming from the southern part of the Ewe land, or the people we call Angolon people. So when he finished praying, he took a Vedome song that we in the central areas sing when things are hard for us. This cough said I don't want to stop. And then he said, Ne ese ha trena mawu. Ne se ha trena mawu. Po alesi ekugbape. Namda. Po alesi kugbape e namda. Which simply means, no matter how difficult it is that we as black people have realized today that a lot of our people were lost in the Middle Passage. No matter how difficult it may be, we have to give it to God. Ne SSM means if it is difficult, give it to God. That may see how death has destroyed my house. Meaning the ancestors that we have lost in the Middle Passage could have been contributors to our society today. They could be the ones probably who would change the destiny of the black man. But death had taken them away from us. But all that we can do is give everything to God. So that is why he mentioned that we, the Evedome, then he mentioned because we had met earlier, we pay homage to him and we greeted him with his own contingent, and then we exchange greetings in the local way where we came from and all this things. So he knew where we were coming. So when he finished praying, his own people do not really sing this song. This is not Anglo song. This is a Vedome song. So he pointed it to my side and we pick it from there to support what he was trying to say to all the people gathered there.
Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome. Thank you too. Okay. I think we don't have much here now. So where is the go back to some of the videos from? Okay, we have some people on YouTube. We have Tony Tisley, Blessings Elder. My question is, this tradition accept people who are LGBT? Yes, why not? Are they not human beings? Do we know what God is? Whether God is a woman, a God is a man, a God is a lesbian or gay? Do you know? Spirituality does not discriminate. Religion may discriminate you, society may discriminate you, but spirituality It's you between you and your God. And you are not looking for people to accept you. So long as long as you accept yourself and you are on the path of nature, you don't have a problem. Because there is some things that I have learned along the way that even uh, Adam, as in the Bible, Adam and Eve, according to some stories, and maybe not in the Bible, and teachings and lessons that I have learned, that Adam was a hermaphrodite. And I don't know whether everybody knows who is a hermaphrodite. But the spirits sometimes are hermaphrodites. They are neither a man or woman. They can interchange from man to woman and woman to man. So uh, 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 people, LGBT is not a restriction to be spiritual, because spirituality is between you and your God. It's not a human being. It's only that maybe your teacher who may be teaching you may be a gay, may not be a gay, or may be a bisexual. I don't know which one that one is, a transgender or whatever. May be able to introduce you, but whatever the teacher teaches you, the teacher may be a normal. What is another name for people who are? Is he heterosexual or what? Which one is which one? Is that a normal? Normal. Okay, I don't know so much about this, but your teacher may be a normal heterosexual person, not a gay, not a lesbian, but all this thing. But what matters most is to introduce you into the spirit world. There may be spirits even who may be in that gay or in the hermaphrodite line who may want to work with you. Spirituality is not religion. It is only when the keys are open, the doors are open to you to enter into that psychic plane. There you can function between you and the spirit world. It is not more between you and your teacher. Your teacher may only be a guide when you don't understand something. He or she may be able to tell you and guide you. But the spirit world does not really belong to us. We are all just assessing it. And when you come across energies that can work with you in partnership, that's yours. So, Terry Tisley, yes, our tradition does not discriminate. Thank you very much. And Terry Tisley say, thank you, Baba. Thank you too for that question. Maybe a lot of people wanted to ask this question, but they are kind of worried or afraid to ask such questions. I may not be a gay or transgender or whatever, but that doesn't stop me from teaching whoever wants to learn. Thank you. And then we have Bacha, Bella Bacha. Hey, it's been a while. Have we answered the top question already?
Yes.
Okay. So Bella Bacha is saying, thanks for the explanation about the meaning and significance of everything. Enjoying with the family today. Thank you, Papa. Thank you very much, Bella. How are you and how is your husband? My regards and greetings to the baby. Hope you are all doing well. And then Bella Bacha said that every spirituality doesn't discriminate at all. We do not discriminate at all. Spirituality is not a religion, so we do not discriminate. That's why sometimes I'm telling people that voodoo, as a lot of black people may think, and some people even were insinuating as if every voodoo practices is only for black people. It is not. It is for everybody, because every culture, whether you are green, yellow, white, blue, or whatever color, once you have the word spirit in your language, you have voodoo. So we do not discriminate. Anybody who is discriminating in spirituality is practicing religion. It's not practicing spirituality. Thank you very much. Okay, go to Facebook and let's see if there is some. I think we don't have anybody. And is there anybody on Clubhouse that wanted to ask me? Okay, we have Sila Ameji. Papa, where is Bokor Maoli? Maoli is in the video. We just all came back. We all arrived. And Maoli is in the house. I think they are preparing food so that when I am done, we can all have some food. We were hungry when we were coming. But they are preparing food in the kitchen, but he's around. And then we have Lustig again. Papa, thank you very much for the clarification. I thought the museum was one of your shrines. No, it's not. I was only invited to. But we had associated with Inchinchim Museum for some time now. And the owner, founder, or the leader, the curator, and the artist, Kwame Akoto Bamfo, had visited us at African Magic Temple sometime back. So we had also visited him on several occasions. So we are kind of helping each other to continue promoting our tradition and opening the eyes of people who are still sleeping. The do you have other videos there? Which ones have you taken? Did you take where we were praying at? Yes. So play that too. And because maybe some people will listen and watch and then ask questions about it.
Just, I'm a proud.
You guys moved before I could change over. Go that side. So go, just continue going that side. John, so that means we're going to do 2 lines.
Not this time.
So the video that I'm seeing is not what I think I should be seeing. Are you added in that video?
Maybe you are playing something video.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Have you seen it?
There we go. Okay, I can see now.
Is it what you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is a very common beans that people eat. Sometimes people are advised not to eat beans, but they can eat the white peas. They don't eat the red one because the red one is more related to the witches than the white one. But sometimes you will also be advised and told that don't eat any of them at all. It depends on the divination that is done for you. So if the divination says don't eat beans at all, don't eat white, don't eat, we call it white beans, and we call the other one red beans. There is another one that is big, but I don't know where they have placed it. It used to be inside of my drawer here, but I don't think it's here because I haven't seen it for a while. It's a bigger, flat one. That one has some spiritual significance that it is used in certain rituals. Okay, I think I have it. Yeah, this one. This is also another type. If you can see, these ones are bigger, and they are also black and white beans. They are bigger ones, and these ones are used in certain rituals. People cook it and eat it. It's a normal beans, but they are spiritual beans used in certain rituals to change situations. I think this one they call it. I don't even know the name now. I forgot the name, but it's a very Ayikumba or something. It's Ayi means beans. I think this one is called Ayikumba. Ayi something. I forgot the name. I'll ask the elders so that they can tell me. But this is also beans, just like this other one that you see, the smaller ones. So the significance of this, I think, is just that black people like beans. Black people like beans. I don't know why. But the red one is dangerous. That's why sometimes we avoid it. Black people like beans. Thank you very much, Tonya.
Thank you, Papa.
You're welcome. And I think we have my big brother Martin Kobler. It's another great performance by our well-loved brother. You made me extremely proud attending the museum with a great group of lovely brothers and sisters and musicians. Well done. Thank you very much for Martin. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much.
Just have a proud.
You guys moved before I could change over. Go that side. So go, just continue going that side. John, so that means we're going to do 2 lines.
Types of discrimination or, like things that just aren't right. If the company offers a service, they're supposed to serve you. But they're telling me that they can't tell me the reasons why they can't serve me. The same thing as the way Western Union did. So I mean, yeah, I did suspect in my mind. Well, is this about Vodou? Is this something against Vodou, or like what's going on? So when I was basically my question, you told me the other ways that I could other companies like services that I could possibly use to submit an offering. Hold on one second, my phone's ringing. Um, and so, I mean, this is common in African American culture. I don't know if it's common in the rest of the American culture, especially in the church setting or in certain types of settings and offering, like nonprofit community organizations to just offer something. So that's what I was just trying to do. So especially after I've been through a world working with something that I'm already familiar with that has an American side that's more accountable to me and more familiar in the business practice and that kind of thing. And so yeah, so that was my question. I think you just answered it though when you said that PayPal doesn't work. Well, then my next question was, I know that Facebook has something where you can pay through that. I've never used it before, but I was just wondering if there's any other service that's connected to any platform that you already use that has an American presence that
I don't know because I think even World Remit, I think is a European company because I think their headquarters is in London or UK. You see, one thing with my platform, either on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever we are. I am the founder of African Magic Temple and the owner, the CEO. But Facebook had blocked me from accessing my own page for no reason. So I cannot edit anything there. I cannot write any comment, or I cannot reject anybody's company. Somehow Facebook decided just to block me from my own page. Not because I have done anything wrong whereby they can pinpoint that, oh, because you did this and we are punishing you. I think the knowledge that I am spewing out, not everybody is happy about it. So they are finding every way to restrict me from getting funding. And I'm not asking for donations or anything. I work and I want to be paid, or people want to work with me and I want them to pay me so that I can work for them. And my shrine is not the donation type. If people do, we thank them very much. And there are some people who have been donating to us. But we at African Magic Temple, we are using the monies that you paid us to work for you to run the shrine and run every activity that we are doing. And I think some of these financial services and agents and platforms feel that if they can stop us from getting people to pay us for the work we would do, maybe that will discourage us from continuing what we are doing. Because honestly, there is nowhere they will say that we had done this bad thing or that. That's why they don't want to work with us. I need them to prove me wrong, to say, oh, we are not working with you because you did this, you did that, you did that. But no one has given me any reason. And last week, most of you would have heard me getting angry with my team and YouTube for putting age restriction, that below 18 years, they cannot see our contents or our program. And I was asking, what part of my content that is against the community rules of YouTube? I'm not showing any pornography. I'm not talking about violence. I'm not talking about any anger. I'm just educating and letting people to know what our culture and tradition is and how best to practice it for your own benefit and the benefit of humanity. Yet still, YouTube had stopped me reaching certain age group. So we complained, and I asked that they should tell us what part of our content that is not good for children to watch, or not good for people under 18. Then I think they review it and they say, oh, we are sorry, we looked through your contents and we have not seen anything, so you don't have any age restriction. But how come they decide?
Responded. Very good.
So how come what informed them to put that age restriction? Who told them? And they did not go through, and then they just banned us from reaching certain people. Because if we are saying bad things, we are sure we are wrong. Because I believe very strong, even there's pornographic pictures and videos on the net that have been allowed. Children are even watching. What we do here, we are not killing human beings. We are not even killing animals on the show or whatever. What is their restriction? No one could tell us. So I personally took it that it is just because I'm teaching and I am awakening minds like all the great people before me. That's how they had always done it to stop you. So I don't know why
Well,
other people. I don't know why other people are stopping you from anything. I don't know.
okay. I just wanted to just make that comment in case there's something that comes to mind, or a solution. Maybe even like someone that you trust here in the United States. I don't know how many listeners you have in the United States at this point, to have something aside, and that person or organization be the person who forwards you the offerings. I mean, I don't know if you trust anyone that much, but I don't know. That's a suggestion. That's all.
Right now, we don't really have anybody. I have a lot of students in the US, and I wouldn't want to put them into any problem by people saying that they got a donation on my behalf, and tomorrow somehow people will label it money laundering, money laundering, because I was supposed to do I was supposed to do a ritual for a lady, and she was supposed to use $1 bills to wipe her body and put them in an envelope and send to me so that I can use that 10 $1 bills to put into their poverty ritual and save it to the legba or the Baba legba. When it got here, it was only $1 bills, 10 pieces, and I was told that it could be labeled money laundering. $10.
Wow. Wow. Okay, yeah, I just felt a little discouraged because I tried so hard, but so many emails, like at least 12 emails back and forth over 2 weeks, and 2 accounts disabled that I tried to set up and just send a test amount of money to you, which was just like, I think the first time there were different increments to the point where I was just trying to send $1 and it wasn't working. And they even asked me to upload my identification, which I was nervous about doing in the first place. And I did it, and they still said that they couldn't tell me the reasons why they were not going to accept it. So then I wondered, was there anyone else from the United States? Is anyone else able to use it? And was it just me, or what was going on? So
what I would say is that God's time is always the best. Maybe this is not the time for you to assist us as you wanted to, but the right time will always come. I know that will always come. So just take it easy, have patience, the right time will come.
Okay. And I also, while you're saying that, I just want to say that I was in Ghana in 2019 in the summer, and I'm amazed that I didn't make it to the shrine or didn't know about it. I just wanted to say that. I've been wanting to say that for a few months.
Okay. We are here. Anytime you come again, we are always here.
All right.
We believe and know that everything has time. If it is not the right time, no matter how hard you would try, you will never get to where you want to get, and you will never be able to do what you want to do. At the right time, everything will fall in place. Thank you very much.
So interesting to hear you say that, because we say that a lot as African Americans too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we have on Facebook, Danilo Imberi said, can women also have the sasalo dress? Yes, we have women spiritualists, we have women who are priestesses, we even have women who are warriors. So it does not matter. It is not a gender based clothing. Anyone can have it if they want. Then we have Big Sister. No, it's at the top. There's one at the top first. Yeah. The Big Sister Oluchi also okay, saying, I told you, Papa, the other time is because someone reported it, that is why. Then did it without watching in peace and love. Okay, somebody just didn't like us and told YouTube to restrict us. And yet YouTube did not even take the time to look through the videos and see what the content were before they chose to just block us. But somehow, when we complained, they looked through and they said there wasn't anything that they should restrict us against. So they had opened the age restriction for us. We hope that it can be that for long. And then until, of course, when we made a mistake or we make a mistake and they brought our attention to that, we will also accept it responsibly, knowing that it is we as a shrine that have gone against their community rules. But if we try to follow their community rules, we also hope and pray that not just anybody just reporting us and they will just, without investigating, without going through the content that we post, just block us and then say, oh, because you have violated our community standards, which we haven't. I am no more on Facebook because I was facing, personally, I'm no more on Facebook. I chose to get off Facebook because of this kind of thing without me doing anything. When people say things and I also say my version, it offended Facebook community or the Facebook administrators, and they will just put put certain things there as if you have no right to say this thing. While the same thing other people are saying and no one is saying anything. So I decided I don't want to be on their platform as an individual. Yes, my organization is on their platform, and since last year, October, they had blocked me from going onto my own page. It's only people can report and tell me, oh, we have seen your page, your this thing on your page. I cannot go there. And I don't want to create a private account that I will use to be watching my own face. They can keep it. Because if Facebook is supposed to be talking about freedom, why they don't give freedom to people? Okay, let's go. Big sister Oluchi also, okay, yes, Papa. It can be also because you are teaching also, and they don't like when black people are trying to be awake. Yes, that's very true. If I may put it that way, peace and love, yes, that is very true. They don't want black people to be awake. That's the fact. Now, they have killed all the leaders that will wake us up. They have all been killed. Even the ones that were rising up from Africa were killed. When you go back into some of the archives and declassified informations, you realize that it was because that person was teaching and was trying to awaken the black race through their work and philosophy. They were destroyed. So it has always been like that. Bob Marley died, and nobody really knew what killed him. But Bob Marley, if we will say, he was like a black prophet, one of the prophets of the black race. He has been cut short so that we cannot know much about ourselves. So it's always like that. Vivian Bakar is asking the question, please, Papa, is it true that pineapples attract wealth in spirituality? I don't know about that, Vivian. I don't know where pineapple attract wealth. Maybe in some other spiritual teachings, it may be true, but from my learning, the things I have learned so far, I'm not seeing whether mango or pineapple or any fruit attract wealth. I have not seen that yet. Maybe it is true, but I have not come across it. I will also continue searching. Probably I'll come across that, but I don't have any knowledge of that yet. Thank you very much, Vivian, for the question. And then you have some other. It's gone. Is the battery gone or is I think the internet is finished? Yes, Nuku, go ahead.
Okay. Okay. I was wondering if you could tell us the relationship between the Ghana people and then the Central African people.
The Ga Adangbe. Your line is a little bit shaky. Can you come again with the question so that we can all hear the question?
Okay. I wanted to, please, can you hear me now?
Yes, a bit better.
Okay. I wanted to know if you can tell the relationship between the Ghana Adangbe people and then the Central Ewe people. The Ewe people.
It may not be necessarily with the Central Ewe people, but as the Ewe people as a group. Because the Ewe, Central Ewe, Northern Ewe, Southern Ewe are all called Ewe people. So I think the Ga, Ada, and the Ewe people are the Gbe speaking people. Gbe, which is language, sound. Yeah, we'll say Gbe people. So that's why they say Ga, Ada, Gbe, Eve, Gbe, Efon, Gbe. So this we are the Gbe speaking group means there is the possibility that I will not even say possibility. We are from one root. That's why we are the Gbe people. Otherwise, there is no way the Ewe, the Ga, and the Ada, and for people can be called the Gbe speaking group. So they are just from the same root. Because migration of people from one place to another are taking place long ago, and even it's still taking place, and people spread around the globe. I think about 2 years ago, we saw a lot of people from the Arabic countries going towards Europe, Syrians and other people going to Europe due to the challenges they were having in their country. And then if you, these people who have moved into Europe today, maybe in another 50, 60, 100 years, they become Europeans. And automatically they will be called Europeans. So if there is a community, it becomes an Arabic community, which has become Europeans in the future, you will know that they all moved from somewhere. Some may be from Egypt, some may be from other Arab countries, but they are all Arabs. And they speak Arabic, and they may have different dialect depending from the Arabic country that they are coming from. But the base of them all is Arabic. So when they are referring to their ancestral root, they will say we are from Arabic country. It could be from any Arabic country. So it was with the Egbe speaking people, the Ga, Adam, Fon, and the Ewe people were also from the same root. And due to migration, whatever challenges they had at that time, they all traveled and then spread around Ghana and other parts of Benin, Togo, and Ghana today. In Ghana, the Volta region, as well as in the eastern region, and then in the greater Accra region. So I don't think I know so much than what I am saying. So they are all from the Gbe speaking base. They might have had some relationship somewhere along the way. Otherwise, they would all not have similarity in their languages.
Okay, thank you, Papa.
Thank you too, Luku. Thank you very much.
Hey, Papa, this is Danielle. So a long time ago, it was me, a Westerner from Haiti, and some other people were talking about veve that they have in Haitian voodoo. Could you talk maybe a little bit about? Because I don't think I got the full conversation. Could you talk about maybe where's veve is most commonly used among the Ebe people?
Yeah, thank you very much, Daniel. The word veve is a common word used in Ave spirituality. When veve is being used, the food is a food actually. Veve is a food, but it's only a food eaten or tasted during a spiritual ceremony. And that same food is used to feed the ancestors. And we in the central Ave land, we use it when we are doing the traditional ancestral stool, which is the what do you call it, the culminative point of all the ancestors that are on the same bloodline. The family stool or the ancestral stool represent them. So when we're about to feed the ancestral stool, the veve will be made in an earthen pot, an earthen bowl. We call it vegba. They will grind the corn flour and salt with palm oil mixed together. And this veve will be given to everybody in the family to taste. And then before it is given out, it is actually used to write things in front of the shrine, which we ask for long life, we ask for prosperity, and we also ask for protection for ourselves and for our children. And then after that, the veve will be given to the children or every member of the household, and later spread in the house for good health and prosperity, long life. So that is how the veve is used. Unlike in Haitian voodoo, where the veve is symbols and drawings of spirits, we actually do not do so much drawing with it. Some people do, but not many. Most people just make straight lines or horizontal lines, and that is how the veve is used. But it is very powerful, and without giving the veve to the spirits, usually animals will not be killed. It's a veve that is done first before after the initial prayers. The veve will be given to the ancestors, then the animals will be killed. So this is how it is used in my community. I don't know how it is used in other Ave communities, but they all have it.
Thank you so much, Papa.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much.
Mr. Bokor, this is Zeal.
Yes, Zeal. Go ahead.
I just wanted to just have you just confirm what you just said. So you said that the veves there are fed to the ancestors and to people and to animals?
No, not to animals. The veve is given to first when it is prepared. We will say onya veve, means it's like you are washing it, but that's the way it is prepared. That's how it's called. It's not like we cook veve, because the veve, the veve is not cooked on fire. The corn flour.
You said it's not cooked over fire?
No.
Is that what you said?
Yes, it's not cooked over fire. No.
Oh, okay. And you said, what are the ingredients again? I mean, the basic ingredients.
The basic ingredients of veve is corn flour, salt, and palm oil, red palm oil.
Okay.
So it is mixed up in the bowl, an earthenware bowl, and then they use it to make a straight lines in front of the shrine, and each straight line they ask for long life, good health, and prosperity. Then they will make another line, and then they will make the third line. Then after that, everybody in the household where the veve is prepared will be given a piece of the veve to taste.
To taste it.
Yes.
Okay.
And after tasting,
but not to eat it.
No, it's not really. They don't prepare it so much that you should eat, because if you eat it too much, it will run you. It's not a food. It's not cooked over fire. They are using a fresh corn flour. It's not a corn flour that has even been cooked. It's a fresh corn flour.
Okay.
So you don't eat too much of it. It is very tasty, but if you want to eat too much of it, if you are not very careful, you will have a running stomach.
Okay. When I was in Accra, I think I went to something called a Homowo festival. Maybe I'm wrong, but it was something that the Ga were doing in Jamestown, and they were dressed in red. Like a lot of people were dressed in red. Maybe the royalty, I'm not sure. And they were going from house to house with big bowls of something that looked like corn flour, maybe mixed with a little bit of palm oil, and giving it to people. Is that similar?
It's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same, but the Ga one is called a kwekle. It's not called. Is that not what kwekle is? Yeah, it's called kwekle in Ga. But it's also prepared with corn flour and this. But the Ga one is a cooked one. They cook. They cook the corn flour, and then it is also given to the ancestors and the spirits. And then after they go from house to house, and people eat and taste it. But in the Ga one, because it is cooked, people can eat enough or eat plenty. But where I come from, we do not do the pekpele, we do the veve, which is almost the same like the veve, like the pekpele, but our own is only made in a very small quantity and must be eaten within a short time when the prayers are offered to the ancestors.
Okay.
So what you ate is also similar to what is called the veve in our area.
Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you too.
And Papa, I also have another question in regards to Haitian voodoo.
Go ahead.
Yes, there is a spirit that they have called Ezuli Dantor.
Yes.
Do the Eves have the same name, or is it a different name for this particular voodoo?
See, the Ezili Dantor that I have heard from many Haitians people practicing voodoo. I don't know if it's corresponded in Eve voodoo. But then we have these voodoos in Eve we call Duto. Duto. I don't know whether it is the Duto that has become Danto in Haitian voodoo, but whether it is the same or it is not the same. And Duto usually is the voodoo that is said to be the owner of the community, the voodoo that represent the communal voodoo. People call a Duto. So if Danto is a communal voodoo where it does not belong to one individual but it belongs to the community, it could be the same. But if it is not like that, then I have to find out what it is. Because I don't know its equivalence in every voodoo. But I know there is a zili, which probably means a spirit in Haitian voodoo. Yeah, but the Danto, I don't know. I may have to ask people, some other people who are more into voodoo than me, to find out. whether the danto in Ewe voodoo, what it danto in Haitian voodoo, what it represents in Ewe voodoo, because most of the things the Haitians do as in voodoo were things that originated from the motherland, West Africa or Ewe voodoo. But somehow, somewhere along the way, the the Haitian voodoo got mixed up with so many different people coming from different parts of Africa, and now all converging and becoming one people. There may be certain other spirits that are coming from other African ethnic groups, which are not necessarily Ewe. But since everything that Africans practice is called voodoo in Ewe language, they may also now call their own voodoo, and it becomes one word for everything traditional African spirituality. So maybe the word danto, it sounds heavy very much, but I need to find out what exactly is the equivalence of danto in Ewe voodoo. I don't know whether you have sakpata, sakpate in Haitian voodoo. Whether that is what it is, I don't know.
Okay, thank you so much, Papa. I also have another question. I'm asking so many questions.
Go ahead, please.
It's another equivalent that maybe you know about. Okay, so the Haitians also have a group of spirits called Gede.
Gede.
Are you familiar with the group of Gede?
Mm-hmm.
If they have an equivalent to the group known as Gede spirits?
No, no. Gede, I don't know, but I believe the word Gede may not be necessarily Ewe. It may be coming from either northern part of Ghana or from Guinea or from somewhere. I don't know, but the word Gede, I don't know whether it is a typical Ewe, but there is possibility it could be Ewe, maybe from other parts of the Ewe dialect speaking places. But where I come from in Ewe land, we don't have Gede as a spirit or group of spirits in our community or the voodoo that I have studied. I have not come across the word Gede as group of spirits, but that doesn't mean it may not exist. There's possibility that it existed, but I have not known it yet.
Well, those spirits are typically spirits who deal with the dead and sometimes with children, like Baran Sambi.
Okay.
And is there maybe a Ewe group of spirits that deal with the dead?
Yes, there are spirits. Most spirits. There's a lot of spirits who deal with the dead, but the most common ones that I know is Akai, and then yes, I think Akai, like the spirit here, it deals with the dead. The mirror that is in front of me, Abochi or Kofi, deals with the dead, and I think most spirits deal with the dead. But then, if there is a specific spirit that are ones dealing with the dead, I cannot really pinpoint any now, but I know most spirits will deal with the dead, but maybe there's a special ones that are used as the spirits that are of ghost. Yeah, maybe. But it should be something very common. Probably I am still learning from different people. I don't know what it is, but I'll find out. I'll definitely find out.
Okay, thank you so much, Papa. You've given us so much knowledge. I really appreciate everything you do because where I'm from, I'm a Louisiana Creole, and the first ship that came and landed where I live at, when the French owned this place, came from Ouida.
Ouida, Benny, yeah, Dahomey
Yeah,
is
and
Ouida.
it was full of Fon and Ewe people.
Right.
So the first African spirituality in the place I lived was voodoo.
Okay, because
we look at Haitians like our cousins, but because we're so far away, but we still use the term voodoo. We have Louisiana voodoo and Haitian voodoo. So you helped me understand so much.
Thank you.
About my history that we didn't have, we didn't know for so many hundreds of years. We just don't have answers to. So you've given me a lot of answers that help me out. So thank you so much for all of this knowledge.
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much. Because the four and the AV, it is our tradition. Voodoo is our tradition, and the four and the AV are like cousins. There's very little difference between the four person and AV person. It's a dialect that changes and then it becomes four, and when it changes, they call it Gengbe. And then when it moves from Benin coming towards Togo, it's called Evegbe. Then when it comes come to Ghana, it becomes Ewe. So it's the same people. They are the same people. So if Louisiana, the base of Louisiana traditional spirituality in the African community is coming from there, there you people are Aves and four people. You are all the same, just like the Haitians are. That's very true. Thank you very much, Daniel.
I just want to add on to that a little bit and just say that, historically, since the French were the dominant settlers or colonial colonizer group in that area, their relationship with Haiti often brought people through the slave trade from Haiti directly to New Orleans or to the southern Louisiana area. So that's how a lot of it gets there too. And there's a lot of shared similarity in that way.
Okay. And because the French also colonized a bigger part of Africa more than the British and the other European countries. There's so many countries in Africa that the French has colonized, and the main home of voodoo, which is the Ewe land before the demarcation, were all voodoo practitioners, which is included Wida, as Daniel was saying, Agbome, Kalawi, and Dahomey, and Cotonou. All these places were kind of controlled by the French, so they pick their slaves from these areas and ship it to the areas that they were ruling in the Americas. So definitely you will have African Americans who have their roots deep in Ewe and for land ethnic groups. If they are practicing voodoo, definitely they are from our people.
Yes, I've actually done a lot of research to
Good evening.
out, I guess you could say, my cousins, because we have, like you say, all those cities. They brought people from all those cities, and sometimes the voodoo practice is not called voodoo in the diaspora. For instance, the spirits in Haiti that come from that are voodoo, that aren't Yoruba or Congo, they're called Rada after the city Alada.
Okay.
And in Cuba, voodoo is called Arara, which is Alada, the city of Alada.
Alada in Nigeria. Okay.
And in Brazil, the voodoo there is called Jeje or Jeje Mahi. Mahi was a region in where the Fonza area people come from. So we have so much, it's just not all called voodoo.
Okay, I can understand now. Yeah, that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Okay, because when the Portuguese brought people to Brazil, they will be using the Portuguese language or some adulterated language to call their voodoo, and then people coming from different parts of Africa will use their own place to represent it so that they don't call it voodoo. But then people from the Ewe interior, which is the Ewe land, definitely, especially those with the French background, will call it voodoo for sure, because that's how it is called.
Good afternoon. Can I add something to that?
Yes, please. Who is speaking, please?
This is Westner.
Hello, Westner. How are you?
Good, and how are you?
I'm good too.
I wanted to add Daniel was asking about the Gede.
Mm-hmm.
The Gede are coming out of Nigeria.
Okay. The Gede is coming out of Nigerian. Okay, okay.
Yes. You can find, if you Google, like in Haiti, we call it Gede, but it's Igede. That's the ethnic group that you'll find coming out of Nigeria.
Okay, Igede.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Haiti, they just drop the I, but they
okay, yeah. There are some people. There are some
funerary practices.
There are some groups in Nigeria called Igede people. Yes, definitely. I think they are also kind of connected to Yoruba or something. Igede.
Yes. They're like a Yoruba subgroup,
yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. They are.
So they had certain funerary practices that they carried over to within Haiti, and in Haiti you'll see them dealing with spirits of the dead and ancestors and things like that.
Okay, that's very, very interesting, Westerner. Thank you very much for that clarification.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Ezeli part, right? The Ezeli in Haiti has become like a title, right? So if you look up, like if you type in lac, which is the French word for lake, mm-hmm. and then you put Azili, Azlie, you'll find a lake in somewhere in Benin where there was a spirit, I guess, they used to interact with. And then there's a lot of female spirits in Haiti that have taken on that title, or they use that title, Ezili, but it's really Azili. That's where it comes from.
It's Azili? Okay.
Azili, yes.
Okay. That's interesting. We use this platform to learn from one another. It's very, very important so we can get back to our roots. It's interesting. Thank you very, very much. Okay, we have Vivian Bakar is saying, please, AMT family, make pepper soup with ginger for Papa. It will help with the coughing. Wish you have made Jokpata heal you. Thank you very much, Vivian. I'm very grateful. Yes, I think they are making some pepper soup at the back. When I'm done, I will go and drink. Thank you very much for reminding us. Thank you. Pepper soup with ginger. And then we have big sister Ifa Dara say Bolu Boya Bokiche Papa Grand Rising Beyond Measure. Thank you very much, big sister. How are you? How have you been? Hope everything is fine with you. And I thank you very much for all that you are doing for the African Magic Temple. I'm ever grateful. May the ancestors continue to support and help you, give you good health, and may your generations forever remember you. Thank you very much, big sister Ifadara. Are we done with 2 hours already?
Yes, we've done about 2 hours.
We've done about 2 hours.
3 hours.
3 already? No, how? No, I think when
you started,
about 2.5 hours. Okay. So as I said, I was going to do about 2 hours today. I need to rest a little bit. So please, those of you who still have some questions to ask me, please do ask me so that we can just finish it up and close today's live streaming.
I did have a question, if you don't mind. I had 2 questions, actually.
Go ahead, Wesner. Thank you very much.
So while we're speaking of the Gede, right?
Yes.
In Haiti, when they're saluting them, we'll say Kwasengo, which I'm told comes from Segbo. What does the word Segbo mean?
I said, go over the question again so that I can really, you were breaking somewhere there. Hello, Wesner.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry, I got a phone call. Somebody was calling me.
That's right. Okay, now you go ahead and let me hear the question again, please.
So in Haiti, when we're dealing with the different groups of families of spirits coming from different ethnic groups, right? So they get it. When people are saluting them, they will say Kwasembo. And the word sembo we use comes from segbo, like as in segbo Lisa. So what does the word segbo mean coming from your language?
Okay, from the every point when we say Sobo Lisa, we are talking about the God of creation, that ever changing God that is not the same each time. Is because the word Lisa is also referred to the chameleon. So somehow the Aves liken God of creation, nature to chameleon, because it does not remain the same. It is ever changing. So Mauga Sobo Lisa, which is the said to be a god of creation, and then we have the Mauga Kitikata that people or sometimes call the one that has created a human being with fingers and hands and legs. But then Mauga is said as the main that the Ewe celebrate the most. Is said the one that has given each one and everyone its own destiny to come into this world and do what you do. So Segbo or Segbo Lisa, yes, people may say Segbo Lisa, but most of the time we say Sobo, S-O, which represent the god, what do you call it, Thunder. So maybe Sobo Lisa could be between the thunder god as well as the chameleon, which is always ever changing. And also you can also look at thunder. It's not a permanent thing. It comes and then it changes to different directions. So I'm not very sure, but Sobo Lisa is representing the creator god in every cosmology.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, because sometimes they'll say Baba Sobo.
Baba Sobo, okay.
They'll say that.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, so my second question was sometimes in Haiti they'll say, like, if as people look for signs and things, right? Sometimes a butterfly or something will come by, and they'll often say it was a butterflies bring messages, or sometimes maybe an ancestor or somebody is bringing you some sort of message. Is that the case with Ewe culture as well?
Yes, we also look at the signs and symbols and situations to learn from it. So yes, butterflies can bring good messages. What do you call it? When certain things are happening, like when you see crow. There's another name for crow. What is the name? Another name for crow? I think is that all crow? The crow, the black and white bird.
Raven.
Raven, yeah, that's another name. Raven, yeah, we call it crow here, and the crow is a messenger of death. And a butterfly may be a messenger of goodwill or something good going to happen, or a traveling, or someone who is not staying at one place. So it depending on each and every person how they interpret it. But we have so many within the Ewe ethnic group. We have so many different ethnic groups within the Ewe group. Even though we all speak the same Ewe language and we understand each other, our dialects differ a little bit, and some of our myths and mythological stories also differs a little bit. But in some parts, especially in my place, the crow is a messenger of death, and the owl is seen to represent the messenger of witches. Even where we went yesterday, the chief warriors that were with him Uh, we don't know. I didn't know how they see in the trees. They saw some owls and they shot them down because they said the rituals that we were doing, the owls were not supposed to be out in the daytime. They must be messengers of negativity, so they shot them down. So yes, in each every ethnic group, we also have signs and different things. Yeah. So it is the same. I don't think there's any difference in them. Because as you people in the diaspora, people might have also come from almost all different ethnic groups within the AV before merging as one over there. So each one will bring their own story from their ethnic background, and I think that is what it is. But it's almost the same thing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Wesna. And we have on YouTube public relations.
Real quick, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Real quick, what did you say butterflies were again?
I said butterflies may be likened to or interpreted as a messenger coming or someone who it does not stay at one place. It's moving from one place to another. You know, in every culture, it is also said that butterflies do not have a home. They move from one place to, they don't have a home. They move from one place to another. Wherever they go, they continue going.
Okay, thank you. That's what I didn't hear what you said at first. I had a little noise going on.
Yeah. And public relations on YouTube say, Papa, the phone people say Segbo Lisa, and AV people say Sogbo Lisa. So that is what it is. So when you hear the Segbo Lisa, that is talking about the phone word for Mauga Sogbo Lisa, as the AVs may call it. So it's the same thing. Then it's only the dialect that is changing a little bit, the phone dialect and the AV dialect.
No, absolutely. And like you said earlier, Haiti has so many different ethnic groups. Sometimes we use words from Congo, to talk about spirits from, say, Benin or Fon culture or Yoruba. Sometimes the words and titles even are mixed, So that's why, like I said, I'm always, asking these questions, trying to get the language connection and cultural connection, because so I can understand where certain word came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like public relations was saying that the AVs will call God Sogbolisa, and from people who say Segbo Lisa. So it's the same thing. There's no difference between them. It's just that we are saying so, they are saying se, but it's the same Lisa. Thank you. And public relations again is saying, Papa, I'm not sleeping this morning as usual. So I am happy to be watching you live. Thank you very much. And he went on to say, thank you for doing the program faithfully every Sunday. I always watch the recording on YouTube when I wake up. But today, got so good. Yeah, watching it live. Thank you very much, public relations. Okay, Said, Lamin, I think, do we have any hiding questions or hidden questions that are not coming? Check and make sure we can read everybody's question, whereby we don't leave anybody out. It's okay. Okay, I thank all of you for joining the session today, and also thank you for all the patience for waiting for us to start the program. We are done with it for today, and until next Sunday, please prepare your questions. And when you have any question in your mind, take a piece of paper or write it in a book, in a notebook, so that when the time comes, you can just open your book and then ask the question. We are very grateful that you joined us and everybody who joined today's program. May the ancestors, your ancestors, and the ancestors of your fathers, the gods of your fathers, continue to bless and give you peace and make your life a long life and full of happiness. Thank you all for joining today's program. I'm very grateful that you made the time. Thank you. And then Heba was saying thank you to everybody. Thank you, Heba. We are very grateful. And yeah, thank you very much. So I will just pour the libation and thank the ancestors, and then we can. Okay, public relation is saying, Papa, look at YouTube. Public relation. I have an important question. Okay, go ahead. Public relation. Ask the question now, please. Papa, do you have a voodoo of Mao Sobolisa? Oh, nobody has. Nobody has a voodoo called Mao Sobolisa. No, nobody has. Because Mao Sobolisa is not something that the Aves create. The only among the Trinity that Aves will make, they use a piece of clay or wood to represent is the Mauga Ese. I have never seen in anybody's shrine that this is Mauga Sobolisa as a voodoo or Mauga Kitikata as a voodoo. I have not come across it yet. Maybe some people have. I don't know, but I have personally have not come across it yet. So there is no voodoo called Mauga Sobolisa. And then I think public relation, when Papa, have you been initiated into Mao Sobolisa? No, nobody initiates anybody into Mauga Sobolisa either. No, I have never heard it yet. Because Mauga Sobolisa is said to be the God, one of the gods of the Trinity, and nobody will create it. I don't think anybody. We can only pray to it. And even in some prayers, you don't even pour libation directly to God, Mauga Sobolisa or Mauga Kitikata as such. We start pouring libation from Mau Ese, and then also from Anyigba and the earth, Mother Earth. But I don't know whether people pour libation even because Mauga Sobolisa come and drink. No. And Mauga Kitikata come and drink. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, if they do, I don't know. I wasn't taught by my teacher in that way. So I don't do, and nobody has initiated me into Mauga Sobolisa, and I have never heard that anybody had been initiated into Mauga Sobolisa. You can be initiated into voodoos. You know, in the Ewe cosmology, Mau means that which is above all. M-I-A-U. That's what it means. Mau means that which is above all. So Mau is not directly regarded as a voodoo. Voodoos are the entities or angels or principalities and the divinities that work alongside Mau as servants. You can choose to call them angels or archangels or whatever you want in the English language. Voodoos are not called Mau Ga. They may be called Mau in some dialects, but that's why they give their name to them, voodoo, which means spirits. God, as it is referred to in Ewe as Mau, is not a voodoo. It's not a voodoo. That's why probably it is not created or made into a symbol of this. It has no face, so how are you going to create? So public relations, yes, I've not met people who have been initiated into Mau Sobolisa yet. Maybe there's some people who may create that tomorrow and be initiating people into Mau Sobolisa. I live to see, but I have never heard it before. You can be initiated into any other voodoo or the powerful voodoo and everything, but to be initiated into Mauga Sobolisa, how? It's just like you were telling me, like in Christianity, they have a Jehovah, and then Jehovah becomes a god in your room. Hey, I don't think so. I'm not sure even they have even carved Jehovah before. They carve angels, they carve Jesus Christ, they carve cross, but nobody had ever carved anything called Jehovah. So there are certain energies that are above others. So Mau Sobolisa is one of those in every cosmology that nobody has put a mud and clay to create. Not yet. Not what from my learning until today, I have not come across that one yet. And then okay, I have Mau Sobolisa. Okay. So I have Mau Sobolisa. I will explain more to you on WhatsApp. Okay, thank you, public relation. Thank you very much. I don't want to have Mau Sobolisa, honestly speaking. I just want to keep it that way. With all due respect, I don't want to have Mau Sobolisa as a voodoo or anything in my shrine or in my life. I would rather keep it in my imagination and I want it to be like that. But if you have it, that's a wonderful thing to have. It's very great. So it attacked itself to me without me asking and without me even knowing. Okay, so it attached itself to me without me asking and without me even knowing. Okay. And then public relation went on. The mouse of Bolisa does not eat meat or does not get sacrificed. It only eats fruit and sweet and candy. Light must be at its light its temple at all time. Okay, that's very interesting to know. Very interesting to know. So it's only the voodoos that eat meat and sacrifices. So that's good. I'm happy with the voodoos that work with me. Honestly, I am happy with the voodoos that I work with because I can see their practicality in everything I do, and I would not trade them for anything else. But then it's good to have what you have. Once it's working for you, that's fine. I mean, everything that we are doing in this world, as far as spirituality and God is concerned, is to be able to find solution to our immediate problems. That's all. So if you are having Mau Sobolisa and it's working for you, and you are having a solution to your problems, that's a great thing to do. Thank you very much, Public Relations, for that information. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. Okay, I think we are at the end of today's section. I have coughed all through the section, but please forgive me. I think my body is just tired. It's not that I'm not drinking water, just like Vivian Baka had suggested, I will let them cook me pepper soup with ginger in it, and I will try it and see how my cough will soften on my chest. Thank you all very much, and may the ancestors continue to bless you all. Oh, Mauga, Mauga, so what is Samadogo, Mauga, Kitty Catamadogo, Mauga, I say your talk, I'm a joto, send an amelo set the walk of Omen of Vida, omono fi bia no dokono pa bi ogbe dokono pa bi bia no omono bi ogbe se popolipo se la tafia me yona kekekekelo me yo mi no so je anyi du so kaka chikazi bo shi adre me ya la fa banya gbe mi la pe yo nya gbe juro hono me yona ke wenye anyigba ma jo flo lo fo kla ngba me do adi kanya be ma te kuteka be ga no beto na gbo pe nya me na ba na ge je pe me gbonga me yona kekeke sia dagbe akai hanan yo japata hanan yo pete egbe be do. May you all have a very successful week, and I wish you all God's blessing. And may the ancestors continue to open doors for you. And the doors that are not open, may the ancestors continue to open them for you. I think that there's a last from public. Someone went to voodoo priest in my behalf without telling me, and when the person went there, the Mausobolisa told the priest that he is from then on my God. Okay, that's what public relation is also saying, that it was not even he who went there, but then when he went there, Mausobolisa, he was able to tell the friend that he is the God of public relation forever. That's why he is also happy. Thank you very much, public relation. I'm very grateful. Okay, thank you all, everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, on Zoom, and also on Clubhouse. May your week be a successful week. Thank you, and bye bye for now.